in this problem, we are asked to find an equation to express the velocity of this electron here that is moving through this electric field, given that it has an initial velocity that is completely vertical. So as this electron is shot into this electric field, it's going to start being pushed this direction along the electric field line. Okay? So the equation that we're going to use is, we need to know that the electric field is equal to the electric force times the charge. Okay? And the charge here is just going to be the charge of our electron. Okay? So this is an important equation that we'll want to memorize. Okay? And we're actually going to manipulate this equation, and we're going to solve it for the force, and you'll see why in a moment. So the electric force is equal to the electric field times the charge. Okay, and the charge here, like I said, is just going to be the charge of an electron. So the charge of an electron is negative, so we're just going to represent the number as E, and times the electric field. Okay, now the other equation we're going to use is F equals ma. Force is mass times the acceleration. Okay, this is another very important equation. Okay, so the only force acting on this electron is going to be this electric force here. So we can substitute this force for the electric force and combine these two equations. So mass times acceleration is equal to the charge of our electron times our field. So I just brought down this side and I brought over this side. Okay, and now we're going to try to solve for the acceleration. Acceleration is the electric charge times the electric field divided by the mass. Okay. Now the final equation we're going to use is another kinematic equation. The final velocity is the acceleration times time plus the initial velocity. And notice this initial velocity here that we're going to give it. Okay, so now we can basically just substitute what we know into these equations. So we know the acceleration, and we're trying to express the velocity, the final velocity. So we'll just substitute acceleration for what we know. The velocity is equal to the charge times the electric field divided by mass times time plus the initial velocity. Okay, and that is our equation.